Howdy, Ken, episode 17. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Episode 17. Today, I have a question for you. I need to know, what tools do you use in your affiliate marketing business?
What tools did I use? I use the basic tools that probably everyone that's listening to this podcast or watching this video right now have. And that's my email autoresponder. I've got a page builder. I've got a camera, a microphone if you guys are on doing any type of videos, hosting. I mean, nothing special. I mean, I got some odds and end tools for some of the things that I use, and a whole bunch of other tools that I bought over the years. They're collecting digital dust right now on my hard drive.
A whole bunch of
How about
shiny,
you? How much tools do you have?
I got a whole bunch of shiny tools that I rarely use except to make a little spinny videos that impress people in Facebook groups. No, I mean, seriously though, what tools do you need to do affiliate marketing? So, it's funny because you hit it there. Like all these tools, majority of the tools you have, you
Mhm.
access via computer.
Yeah,
So you need a good computer.
yeah, computer,
It's
absolutely.
it's funny, right? We talk about the group taking action online and the community, and of course Philip Barman, uh, the guy that coaches us over in our digital nomad group, and sort of you know built taking action online to help us get where we are. He is traveling, right? He's living the laptop lifestyle. Ooh, I get the air quotes today, by the way. First, for everybody on the podcast, I just checked it off before Ken got to it. So, so he was on his laptop, right? And remember that video he made for us, and he's like, "Oh, this just sucks. It's like this
Yeah,
laptop has got a small screen, like the audio's not working right. I miss my
yeah,
desk. I miss like my computer."
yep,
And everybody's laughing because you know the funny part is we call ourselves the digital nomad group, right? But majority of us are stuck to our desk because we have all those tools on our computer, and that's the
yeah.
tools we need to successfully run our business.
Yeah, absolutely. And to hear that fan going off in the background on his video, that little whirring sound of the fan. Yeah, but seriously, the you brought up the point about being a digital nomad, and it's just so ironic that all of us choose to work from home, and for us, this is the I'm second in line here for the air quotes, the laptop lifestyle. It's a desktop lifestyle for most of us, and if we do have laptops, it sits on a desk, and that's
Right.
pretty much what we do. And so I do find that to be kind of ironic that our the name of our group is kind of that romanticized version of what everybody wants to be, a digital nomad. Can you be a digital nomad? Absolutely, but as Gary had mentioned, you got to have the right tools, and having a good computer, one that works and that you can run your programs on, because most of the stuff that you own is going to be on your computer, is so vital. Is super vital, and we talk about it all the time. And you had mentioned to me that you're using a different computer, and I just recently purchased a computer, and that we go back to investing in yourself again. I mean, the mere fact that I upgraded to a new computer has meant me cutting hours off of rendering time, of just sitting there watching that thing spin around while I'm waiting for my video to upload.
Yeah, that's the truth right there, is the time it saves you. So the affiliate marketing tools that you need are the ones that work, the ones that do the vital elements of your business, right? Those foundational tools.
Right.
So as far as like when you think about affiliate marketing tools, email autoresponder. So here's the truth about making money online and email autoresponders. It doesn't matter which one you pick. It doesn't matter, right? The name brand, whatever. Now, what does matter is their terms of service and whether or not they like affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
So be clear, right? And understand the tools you need are the ones that will work in your business, and understand what your business is. Your business is sending out links that people click on to earn an affiliate commission. So do your due diligence. That means simply understand that when you purchase a product, any product, specifically an email autoresponder, a service, that they are okay with you sending out links. I'll use the word blasting out links, right?
Yeah. 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 And I think that's one thing that people who are starting off, they try to find a lot of free products, a lot of free, and we talked about this, a freemium versus just free. And I think that people need to understand that when you use free products, there is a limitation on that. And especially with email autoresponders, there's a whole heavy limitation on what you can do with that product. So there's a lot of times where people mention things like MailChimp and MailerLite and some other products out
Send
there.
Fox or something. I heard of that.
SendFox, yeah,
Yeah.
SendFox. I was a beta tester on there on SendFox because I thought, you know what, this is like a really, it was a very inexpensive autoresponder. But then when I found out they weren't, affiliate marketing friendly, that's when I cut the cord there, because you gotta really take a look at those terms of service. If you want to be a serious marketer, you want this to either be starting off as a side hustle or even doing it full time. Having a really, reliable service is the key. No matter how much it costs, if you can find one that's economical and fits your budget, like for instance, Active Campaign was where I started off, and that was a really good autoresponder. However, it was limited in certain things that it could do, and so I eventually moved to Get Response. But the whole point being is that it was very economical. I think it was like $8 or $9 a month. It wasn't that much, and it did everything that I needed it to do. But when I got to a certain level, it couldn't do that anymore, and that's when I had to look for another service. But yeah, you gotta be aware, if you're serious about it, to take it seriously. As Gary had mentioned many times, if you're gonna be serious about it, you have to really invest in yourself and really understand that the tools that you need are gonna help you, rather than you getting suspended or losing your account.
It's so true. It's funny, you brought that up and we talked about this and we both sort of went through this in our journey when we joined the group. And part of the group when we joined it was getting, you know, training to understand sort of how to set up email automation.
Yeah,
Specifically, using an autoresponder to set up automation to understand that when leads come in, right, as an affiliate marketer, you want to automate that because that's going to be able to allow you to scale your business, right?
right.
To sort of have it run on autopilot, you know, and be that source of passive income, right? Quote unquote passive income. Because once you set it up, you know what I mean? The front end of your business can just sort of run, right?
Yep.
So the funny part about that is like you said, you were on Active Campaign. I was using Aweber, and neither one of those are bad products.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they're excellent
Yeah,
products.
they are.
But for the business that we're building, it wasn't the product we needed. So to have sort of that brand loyalty and the funny part is we both fought this, right? Like we were against using Get Response, which is the one that we use for fun, right? So we fought it, and what happened? We wound up spending a lot of time that we didn't need, you know, wasting
Yeah,
time thinking that this tool, the tool that we had, is a tool that we should keep using, right?
yeah,
Instead of
yeah,
stepping back and going, what tool do I need to make sure that I'm using my time wisely? I'm getting the most out of the money I'm spending, right? Just like you said, if it's $9 a month or it's $19 a month, at the end of the day, that doesn't matter
yeah,
if I'm getting return back on that investment of that tool because I need that tool to build a real business, which, as you started off with, sort of that idea, that concept of the side hustle, people are so caught up in finding something free or finding a low one time price.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that just defeats the purpose at the end of the day because you wind up spending so much time to try to shove a square peg in a round hole.
yeah. And I think it's that process that all affiliates go through when you first start off. You're always trying to find, you're bootstrapping it essentially. You want to see if this is going to work. So you sign up for all these free things, and you get that mentality that it has to be cheap, free, or one time in order for you to progress forward. But what you need to realize is that, and we talk about this for every episode, is that this, you got to be serious if you're gonna be making any money, whether it be $10 a month extra or $100 a month extra to 10,000 or whatever you're gonna be shooting for. You got to take it seriously, and you got to invest in those tools. And I think it's taken me a while to really shake that whole, I don't want to invest in that. I don't want to invest in that because it's expensive. It's a mindset thing. And when I think back to how I had active campaign and how I broke my automation, and I was trying to do the things that our coach Philip Barman was teaching us, and I was trying to translate that. It's like going from one language to another, and I tried to recreate that. I can't tell you how many times, how many mistakes I made, and had to go back, and I lost. I broke the automation. I lost people going through the automation, and I don't know how much money I left on the table because of it. And if I had only just taken that step to go with, get response, that all that could have been avoided. So it's just that, but it's part of that learning process, right? We all go through this, and you guys are going to learn that too.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a stage there that everyone has to go through. You have to evaluate products. You know what I mean? But, when you get solid training, when you join a community, don't fight it. You know what I mean? Like we did. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Other people in the community as well in our group, they did the same thing. You
yeah,
know, for example, other tools that you need as an affiliate marketer, affiliate marketing tools. You need a way to build a page,
yeah,
right? So whatever you want to call it, a website, a squeeze page, a landing page, some place to collect leads, right?
right,
So if you need a place to host those pages
yep,
that are your business, right?
right,
So when you have a YouTube channel and you have people click on a link and you want to get them on your email list, they have to land on a page. Now, do you need to own that page? Maybe you do, maybe you don't, right? But that's part of the process.
yeah,
But you just need one page builder. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
just like you only need one email autoresponder.
yeah,
Now that's not to say that backups are important. You need to understand that if something happens to your website on hosting X, or you're using ClickFunnels, or you're using Groove or whatever, that you need to have the flexibility to be able to move from one to the other and not really have a lot of anxiety over the fact that you're a ClickFunnels guy, right? Or you're only an Aweber guy,
yeah,
or you only use Bluehost, right?
yeah,
You never use any other vendor.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Don't sort of get in that Mac versus PC, or Ford versus Chevy, or Coke versus Pepsi sort of mentality. Be a little more flexible to that.
yeah. And flexibility, again, to me, is very important. If you're not flexible, especially in what we do, it's going to be very difficult for you to find success. And when you talk about brand loyalty and sticking with a specific page builder or autoresponder or things like that, I'm slowly getting to that point now where it doesn't matter. Like, as long as it works, as long as I can afford it and it does the things that I need it to do, then I just, the only thing that I don't like to do is have to learn something new, because it takes time, and that time could be better spent investing in something else. But then I know that I have to learn how to use that tool. So it's just one of those things where I'm slowly distancing myself from just being loyal to one specific product, because I know there's always something that's going to be better. Something else is going to come out that has more bells and whistles on it. But it's just that whole thing where I'm starting to look at things a little bit differently, as the more time I spend as an affiliate marketer, to not focus on those kinds of things. Like, to me, it's almost like a waste of time to start focusing on that, because
Well,
there's other things you think about.
it's a distraction, right?
Yeah, just
It,
that's the word.
it's a distraction, and it does waste your time. So ClickFunnels, what is this? This is September 24th, 2021. Funnel Hacking Live just kicked off, and good old RB Russell Brunson announced ClickFunnels 2.0. Right, that's the big buzz. And I promote I promote Groove because I backed Groove pages, Groove funnels. Actually, I needed a cloud-based page builder, and I wanted something that was simple.
Yeah.
So for a one-time price, I purchased Groove pages. Groove Pages 2.0 is actually what it was called before even this whole concept of, this all these other apps and tools inside of
Mm,
Groove. So I'm in that group, but I'm also in the ClickFunnels group because I like to see sort of what's going on from a marketing perspective over in ClickFunnels. But I have no real allegiance to either one of them, and I always find that entertaining that people want to talk about that. And to me, that's a distraction.
yeah,
Just getting caught up in the whole thing, them versus us. But
yeah,
again, that's also a marketing tactic, a technique, right? A strategy, right? Build your loyal tribe and then throw rocks at the competition. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing of ClickFunnels. That's Russell Brunson's whole thing.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That's his stance.
Yeah.
But it can be very distracting. And then to move that back just to the tool itself and how to use it, don't worry about tools that you don't need. For example, I talked about automation, right? When you get started out, you may not want to dive head deep into automation. You might just want the simplicity of collecting emails, building a list, and just sending a daily email,
Yeah.
right? Keep
Yeah.
it simple.
Yeah. And I think that's the best way to start off, right? It's baby steps because, once you start diving into the whole automation bit, even though it seems cool and it can save you a lot of time and money, there's a lot of work involved. And to me, the more complex it gets, and people may think it's easier, the more things that can go wrong. That's the thing. When you're connecting things here, there, everywhere, and you're filtering this and filtering that, so many things can go wrong. So what Gary had mentioned, starting off simple and keeping it basic, to me is the best way to start. And sometimes even if you talk to more experienced marketers, they still keep it simple. They don't do complex automations. They know based off of the message that they send in their emails how to segment people automatically based off of that. And when you can get to that point where you're doing it that way, there's less moving parts and thus less mistakes. So I think keeping it simple is, like, to me, the best thing to do, because I think when you're presented with so much options and features, you get excited, and you get that buzz, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. When in reality, you just stick to what you're doing, keep working it, keep learning, and then try one little new thing, a little wrinkle here or there once you've mastered what you're doing right now. And I think the way Gary said is perfect.
Yeah, because the truth about making money online as an affiliate marketer, the tools that you need, the affiliate marketing tools that you need, right? You need a good computer, you need an email autoresponder, you need a page builder and or hosting.
Hmm.
And seriously, like I don't even know how I could state that to drive it into your brain. Everyone listening to this podcast or watching this YouTube video, that is all you need.
Right.
You do not need anything else. You don't need link trackers and link cloakers and right. You don't need any other kind of things to build, you know, anything. I mean, it's
Right.
so simple to get started and just say, look, I'm going to purchase an email autoresponder. One is affiliate marketing friendly. I'm going to buy hosting, load up WordPress, right? Get a page builder, Thrive Architect, Elementor, whatever, or just use the native WordPress,
Yep.
you know what I mean, to generate content until people notice me,
Yeah.
until my message is out there and people start engaging with my content. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah. How long How long did it take us to finally realize that? I'm kicking myself right now because we had talked about this in our pre-podcast chat. It's shameful to think about, all the time and money that we I'm going to air quote it, invested into these tools that we really didn't need. And for those of you listening to the podcast or even watching this, you don't need all those tools, those shiny objects. We call them shiny objects because they're shiny objects. They're meant to distract you from doing the work. And I think a lot of people, all of us, when we first started, we weren't in love with boring. You need to fall in love with boring. And the tools that Gary mentioned are boring, but they work. They work, and they're the ones that are necessary for your business. And I think once you can stay focused and fall in love with the boring aspect of it, which is rinsing and repeating every single day, then you're not prone to getting distracted by these shiny objects that get thrown in your face for $17. That's going to solve all your problems.
It's so true. And, we talked about it, like you said, in our sort of our pre podcast, where we have our conversation, we always talk about like sort of, you know, things that we do other than affiliate marketing. And
Yeah.
one of those things we're talking about is looking at, gadgets, right? If you
Yeah.
will, and sort of being that person that wants to go out and shop and buy the latest gadget and
Yeah.
look at these little tech things. Well, to sort of take that back to what I did for 30 years, I worked in IT, information technology, literally built the internet, right? Literally worked on the internet, the ones and the zeros, the technical components. So that's my background. So the distraction for me when I came over to affiliate marketing looking for tools was the control of the tool.
Mhm.
right? So not just buying web hosting to throw up a web page or getting a page builder like ClickFunnels or Groove, you know, or just using the page builder that's built into an email autoresponder because that literally serves the purpose that I need,
Yeah.
right? I wanted to control it. I thought I needed to get into the back end and twist the knobs and really be like, oh, this is mine, right? And look at the tech side of it. Well, the tech side of it in this case didn't make me any money. That's not what I was getting paid for.
Yeah.
In my day job, I was getting paid for that. So I had a hard time translating that over to affiliate marketing and understanding that I needed to let go of that, techie side or wanting to twist all the knobs or wanting to have the latest gadget, right? And like you said, getting caught up in the new, for example, and I'll just use this as an example because it's driving me nuts. Again, this is September 24th, 2021. And over at 30 Minute Marketing, I did a review for a product and they literally called themselves the Camtasia killer. Now, if you don't know what Camtasia is, it's simply a video recording software, a suite of tools literally to do editing, any and all editing of any video you would ever need to do. Like this thing does everything you could ever possibly want to do with video editing. And this $17 product claimed that it was going to kill it, to like let you do everything that this product does. Now, mind you, Camtasia at this time is about 300 bucks
Yeah.
one time, right? But the marketing angle that attracts the people, especially the new people, to this idea that they need this affiliate marketing tool, literally they called it profit video, right? Like this absurd angle that a lot of, that me and Ken got caught up in, 4 or
Yeah.
5 years ago. We were caught up in this too. And we didn't want to accept the fact that affiliate marketing tools that you need and how to use them to make money online is to buy an email autoresponder, buy hosting and or a page builder, and then use them.
Yep. It's implementing, taking action. Because you had mentioned you're talking about your IT experience and you wanted to turn the knobs and be responsible, be the puppet master, right? Dance, my little puppet.
Dance.
But yeah, dance, puppet dance. But it's right. It's the tools are there. They're simple, they're basic, and they're gonna help you get the job done, but they only work if you do. So that's the cruel irony of this all is that you're building a business, whether it's a side hustle or you're trying to go full time, you're building a real business. So you have to do the work. There's nobody there, you're not punching into a clock, yucking it up at the water cooler like I used to do years ago, right? And now you clock in whatever time you clock in and you never clock out because you're always working, trying to build your business and make your business better. And it's the people who love trying to push that envelope of how can I be better? What can I do? That one tiny thing that I can do today that's gonna take me to the next level. Those little steps are what's necessary. Taking action. And we talk about this all the time, taking action and what it means. But it's just, you gotta go out there and do it. There is no other way. And these tools are gonna help you to accomplish that because you do need hosting, you do need a page builder, you do need these kinds of tools, an autoresponder. These are the basic tools that you need. But again, they don't work unless you're the one sitting there typing in the email and scheduling the email that goes out, or adding in the opt-in box. So that's the whole ironic thing about it that I find after all these years.
It's true. I mean, the idea here is the tool is just that. The affiliate marketing tool that you need is the one that you're going to use,
Yeah,
the one that generates revenue in your business. So, for example, to equate it to a tool, like a real tool is like a saw. Like if
yeah,
you buy a saw to cut a board, you can use a handsaw and you can just saw your board. Now, if you have 1,000 boards to saw, it makes sense to go and invest in a power saw. You know what I mean?
yep,
And then,
absolutely,
then if you have 100,000 boards to saw, it might make sense to invest in a power saw and someone to operate the power saw. Outsource that,
yep,
right?
yep,
But don't try to get there at the start, right?
yep,
Learn and understand why it is you're cutting the board where you're cutting it, right? And how that's going to build the foundation of your business
yep, yep,
before you jump in and, say, I need to be able to automate. I need 10,000, 20,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? So I need to buy and make sure I get all that for a one-time price because I'm going to be wasting all this money. Every month, they're just going to rob me of my money. They're going to be taking my money. No, they're not. They're providing you a service. a
Yeah.
service that you need to pay for to do the thing that you need to do, which is generate leads and turn those leads into sales as an affiliate marketer.
Yeah. I just find it ironic that we used to think that way, where we could shortcut the process, essentially, to use that metaphor of using a saw. Gary said you've got to start from the beginning. You learn how to saw. You learn how to do all these things. Like, I used to tell people that when I had employees, people who worked for me, that I'm not going to ask you to do something that I've never done, haven't done myself. That the only reason why I'm asking you to do it is because I've done it, and now I've gotten to a point now where I can ask you to do it. But when you're starting off, to me, even if you've got a lot of money to invest, it's still difficult because you don't know what you don't know. So just because you have money and you can hire people to outsource stuff, it doesn't mean that you're going to be successful faster. In fact, you might have more problems because now you've got to manage people. And if you're able to just manage yourself and figure out, okay, this is what I need to do, and learn how to cut the right way, that's when you start building momentum. When you get that experience, and the faster you saw, the more boards you saw, the more money you can make, then you can start reinvesting in your business. But I think most people think that, I'm going to get there. I'm going to buy this $17 product. It's a Camtasia killer, and I'm going to be making all these videos. So you're going to make all these videos, but wait a minute, you don't have anybody that's going to watch them. That's the whole problem. That's what I always talk about. They have all these tools, but without without learning how to block and tackle, right? Going to the basics, learning how to throw the ball, catch the ball, hit the ball, you're not going to go anywhere. So this is something that everybody has to go through, and it's the people who have the mentality to stick with it and stay focused on that one thing. And look at Gary's sign back there. Staying focused is so key to your success, and just not really paying attention to all the noise out there. And it's hard. Trust me, it's hard. Although when I heard somebody say ClickFunnels 2.0, I'm like, what is that? Like, what are you what are you gonna do to the page builder that's so unique, right?
Yeah.
They already do so many things with it. But for me, I used to use ClickFunnels, and I use a Thrive now, and I love using Thrive because it does everything that I need it to do. And every time I go in there and I'm building a page right now, I learn something new. I sit there and I stare at the screen, and I'm clicking all over the place trying to figure something out. It takes me 10 minutes to figure out. But once I figured it out, boom. Next thing you know, when I do another one, I can use that skill. And it's just one of those things where you compound.
See, but that's the point, right? You picked one tool,
Yeah.
going back to the experience that we both went through with our email autoresponders. And again, the hosting, right? We both use hosting, we both use Thrive, and we just dedicated the time to learn how to use that product.
Right.
And we didn't spend a lot of time thinking, oh, the grass is greener on the other side. Look at that tool, right? That tool, it says that you can just click it and it's going to get you traffic and do all this other amazing stuff. And I can pay for it for one time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But that time you're going to waste over there, you could be here implementing in your business the things that you need.
Yeah.
Pick one tool, use the tool, build the foundations. And the thing about it is you can do all that for free. That's why we recommend the community and Overtaking Action Online.
Yeah.
There's a link below this video that takes you over there that shows you the tools that you need, nothing else. All right. So get ready to be bored to death to understand that you need an email autoresponder and a page builder, and then you need to create content to actually use those tools. It's just that simple. And that's the truth.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a lemonade stand, right? You have a lemonade stand, you're gonna sell lemonade, and that's it. But as you start selling more lemonade, then yeah, sure, you're gonna expand. You're gonna go to the supermarket, and you're gonna put your stand over there. And next thing you're gonna be bottling at home, and you're gonna have your business. But you start off with the basic things. It's the basic tools that you need, and really, you just need the as Philip likes to call it, the oomph. You need the oomph. You need that thing, that spark, right, to get it done. And I think that's to me the key. That's the other tool that you need that doesn't cost any money. It really is. It's what's inside of you, that tool that you need to get moving, and that's focus and
Yep.
dedication and discipline.
Discipline. I would say the last tool that you need after an email autoresponder and a page builder or hosting is discipline. All right. And with that gold nugget that you just received, it's about 30 minutes. I'm Gary Baker. He's Ken Furukawa, and we'll talk to you later.